Welcome to Excel Spreadsheet Support. My name is John Ray and I will be covering some VBA programming today. The topics would be how to find your last row entry in a spreadsheet as well as the last column entry. So let's get started. So you'll notice that I've opened up my VBA coding platform via developer ribbon, clicking on Visual Basic, and there we have it. In our standard form, we usually have our Project Explorer indicating all the sheets and modules that is attached to this file, and then your properties window as well. But most importantly, we have the part where we will be typing our code. So I've opened a subroutine, called it how to, but I mean you can call it anything you'd like. In this case, we will be looking at how to find the last entry. So we can use the function called range as well as cells, and there's also other forms, but I prefer and like using cells. So I've typed it all here, but before I open it up, I will be breaking it down and then showing you how we went about this. So when you want to look for the last row in your spreadsheet, you would be saying it needs to look at the rows going from the bottom up. So in this case, we would type cells, full stop, end, and then this is the direction we have to choose. So it's saying start at the end and then go which direction. So I say go up. But then what are you trying to do? So in the cells, you'd open parentheses. You'd say, I want you to count the rows. So it's rows dot count. Sorry, that's a comma. So it's dot count, comma, and now you have to choose your column. So which column do you want him to check till he finds the first entry from the bottom up? So in this case, we can choose column A, knowing that it's the common column that will always have an entry. So I can either indicate by number, being column A being column 1, or if you don't want to type 1 and you want to type the letter, you would say quotation mark A, quotation mark, and close parentheses. But now when he finds that, what do you want it to do? I want it to give me the row number. So in this case, I would at the end type dot row. And then where do I want to send that? Now I've created a variable and I call it the last row active sheet, and that's where I wanted to send that information. So that's where I would just take away the comment, and you'd notice this. I call it last row active sheet, which is the variable. Find the cells, row counts in column 1 being column A, and give me the row number. So I'll take away what I just typed, because I have it at the top. And then just for me to know if the code is actually working, because it will run but nothing will be shown. Now I say show me a message box, put in some text where I'm just calling it the last row. I mean, this is just text where you can type anything. I'd say show me the last row and give me the variable number. So if I play this, let me just open the dimension. That's a variable that I just created, and I would say play. And in this case, it gives me last row is 24. Now, had I changed this to column C, it should not give me 24, but 23. So we can put that to the test. We can indicate 3 and press play. And there we go. Last row is 23. And like I said, if you don't want to use number, you can use the letter, open quotations, C, close quotations, play, and it should give you 23 again. Now the same case. So let's close that, place it in comments for now. Let's find how to find the columns. Now columns is the same case of saying instead of looking from bottom up, I would say I want to look from the right all the way to the left. And that's why I would type cells dot from the end of one side to the left, close parentheses. But what do I want to check? So open parentheses at the cells, the row. Which row do you want to look at till you find the first entry? So can be any case here. So let's choose row 8 as the one to look at, comma, and now I want you to count the columns. So it's columns dot count, close parentheses. And again, what do I want to do with it? When you find it, give me the number of that column. It won't give the letter, it will give the column, the number of the column. And then where do I want it to be sent? To a variable I created called the last column active sheet. So I will take away that comment and take away what I just typed for explanation purposes. And then again, once the variable has been populated with that column number, what do I want to do with it? Because if I play it now, nothing will be shown. So in this case, I want you to show me the last column number, what's just been placed in that variable. So if I play this, we should be receiving column 3. And there you go, column 3. Now, as a bonus, the part that can go wrong within writing this type of coding, when you are trying to find the last row in a specific sheet, if you type it as the way I've done now, it will always look for the last row, in this case, and the last column in the sheet that is open, active, in another word. But what if you are busy on this active sheet, but you actually want to know what is the last row and column on this sheet? That is where you will have to be specific to say, all right, I need to tell it. Coding stays the same, but I want to be specific to a sheet. So in this case, I would look at what is the sheet I want to look at. I want to look at it at the one that I'm busy with. So it is macros last row. So 2 approaches. We can have sheets, open parentheses, open quotation mark, and put in the name of that tab. So in this case, it is macros underscore last row, close quotations, close parentheses, full stop. And in this case, it will now look in that specific sheet with that name and give you the same answer. And a good example is by doing the following. Let's copy that same sheet number and place it with columns, paste. Now, to show this works, I'll go to a different tab. So had I done it without indicating the sheet number, I would have gotten that the last row is 18 and the last column is 4 because it's D. But even keeping it open here and playing it here, we still will get 24. Yes, let's run that. We still get 23 and column 3. Now 23 because we said column C. Let's put it back to column A and press play, and we got last row 24 and last column 3. 24 and 3. And that's how you do last row. Hope that helped you, and if you want to know more, please go to our website, as I'll be placing this link with the coding in as well for you to practice with. Thanks for your time. Bye.